How's it going, Vibe Tribe? My name is Parker, back with another reaction video. Today we got 50 things that are only possible in Australia. I'm really excited for this one. You know, second day of Australia week. We gotta start getting some knowledge on the wacky stuff. And this was requested by Oblivion Gate. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time. I got something I'm really excited to show y'all. I posted my Emu War video last night, and then I haven't slept since then. It's kind of like 12 hours later. I'm recording this now because sleep is irrelevant when you have this.
Wasted at 9 a.m. in the morning, drunk when the sun comes up, now I'm lonely. Wasted at 9 a.m. in the morning, drunk.
That's right, guys. I spent all night making a new intro, so I hope you guys like it. Let me know what y'all thought. Let's hop into the video.
Okay, it's pop quiz time.
All right.
Which country has the longest fence in the world? How about the second largest Greek population? 3 times more sheep than people? Okay, one word will give it away. Kangaroos. Yeah, I'm talking about the land down under. So, what do you know about Australia? So, let's start.
Nothing really, and that's why I'm here. So I'm gonna need y'all's help too, figuring out how this beast of a country works.
Start with the name. Australia comes from the Latin word australis, which means southern. Way back in the 2nd century, there were legends of a mysterious Terra Australis Incognita, or unknown southern land.
Okay.
Well, now it's very known. So let's get to know more about it. Despite the stereotypes of hot, sunny weather year-round, the Australian Alps, which are the highest mountain range in the country, get more snow than the Swiss Alps do.
Wow.
Better grab your skis. The world's longest national highway is in a...
Let me know if any of y'all have been skiing on those mountains. You know, Australian viewers for sure, or anybody who's been there. If you've traveled there, let me know if anybody has skied and what that was like in those mountains.
Australia. It stretches for over 9,000 miles. For comparison, the Earth's diameter is about 7,900 miles. It's actually a network of highways that connects all capitals of the mainland states. Now,
Ooh.
I'm sure you've heard of the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
But what about the Great Fence of Australia? Okay, that's not what it's called, but still, the Dingo Fence in Southeast Australia stretches for nearly 3,500 miles.
Whoa.
For comparison, it would easily cover the entire span of the U.S., from Los Angeles to Houghton, Maine. Now, it might not be so surprising to know that Australia...
When did that fence get made, and why? Let me know some context on the dingo fence.
...is huge. It's about the same size as the continental U.S., about 2,500 miles wide. The distance from the west to east coast is further than Barcelona to Moscow.
Wow.
In all, Australia is the world's 6th largest country and the only one that's also a whole continent. But with all that territory, over 80% of Australians live within 60 miles of the coast.
Wow.
This makes the country one of the most...
So as you go further in, is it all like... I know obviously not all of it, it's gonna have different terrains, whatever, but is it mostly just outback and that's why no one lives there? That would be my first thought, but I don't live there, so let me know.
Coastal dwelling populations in the world. And that means a whole lot of beaches. In fact, they have so many that if you decided to visit a new beach every day, it would take you almost 30 years to see them all.
Wow.
The biggest property in Australia is about 40,000 square miles in area. South Korea could fit into it with room to spare. The country's termites are busy building huge properties as well. Their mounds are the tallest animal-made structures on this planet. Before humans arrived, the continent was home to megafauna. If you lived there about 46,000 years ago, you'd be dead today. But you would have seen 10-foot-tall kangaroos, 23-foot-long goanna lizards, and ducks the size of an adult horse. Quack, quack. The largest living structure on the planet...
What the hell? Yeah, that was sick.
Is the Australian
Quack,
Great
quack.
Barrier Reef. By the way, it has its own mailbox, and there's a rumor that the fish there use eel mail. Yeah. Neither kangaroos nor emus can walk backward. That's a fact. and that's why they're painted on the Australian coat of arms. Keep moving forward. The platypus,
dope.
an egg-laying mammal that lives only in Australia, is one of the rare venomous mammals on this planet. Luckily, while the venom has an excruciatingly painful effect on people, it's not lethal. The takeaway...
The hell? Who knew Perry was fucking poisonous? What the... What?
Don't fuss with a platypus.
I
By
see.
the way, when the first platypus was brought to England, people there were sure that it was a joke. The English believed that Australians had sewn a duck's bill onto a rat's body to play a trick on them. Yeah, right up until he bit them. Not laughing now, are you? Swimming in the surf during the day had been illegal.
How do you inject poison through a bill? Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna need some explanation on that, because I'm having trouble wrapping my brain around a bill equating to poison. How does that work? Just like, or is it like in their claws? I don't know.
Australia up until 1902. But after one
Did they
guy
have
calmly
teeth?
entered the waves of Manly Beach one afternoon that year, surf bathing became increasingly popular. The largest Greek population outside of Greece itself is in Australia. Actually, to be more precise, in Melbourne. More than 160,000 people who live there say they come from Greek descent. Melbourne was the richest city in the world in 1880. These days, Tokyo, Japan holds this title.
Wow.
And until 2018, Melbourne had been rated as the most livable city in the world for 7 years in a row. But then it was bumped down to second place after Vienna, Austria. Come on, Melbourne, get back in the game.
Oh man, those are two places I really want to visit in my life. Like, I really want to visit the UK, I really want to visit Australia, and probably Japan. Those are like my top three, I think.
One of Melbourne's founders was John Batman. Yep, that was his real name. And get this, the city was temporarily called Batmania. Too bad they decided to change it to Robinville? Nah. In 2018, Australia ranked third after Norway and Switzerland on the Human Development Index. This index is based on education, life expectancy, and citizens' income. Basically, they got a good thing going down under there.
Yeah.
In 2005, security guards at the Parliament House in Canberra were prohibited from calling people mate. But the ban only lasted for a day, mate. G'day. If you're ever in Western Australia, you can visit one of their many super salty pink lakes.
Wow.
They get the bubblegum hue from a certain type of algae and bacteria, and they're totally safe to swim in. Just be careful what you chew. Oh, and be sure to take a selfie while you're swimming in what looks like a giant pool of Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
You can thank Australia for coming up with the word selfie in the first place.
Oh,
There are
that's
about
interesting.
74 million sheep to 25 million people.
You know, as he said that, I could totally picture an Australian person saying selfie and like having it sound way more natural than when I say it. You know what I
in
mean?
Australia, which makes an impressive ratio of 3-to-1. Only China and India have more than that. Oh, and the kangaroo thing
So
is
much sheep.
totally true. There are twice as many kangaroos as there are people there. That's
Really?
50 to 25 million. Speaking of which, when a big
50 million kangaroos? I thought they were way more rare than that. That's wild. I guess that'll happen when you live on the coast. I imagine a lot of the kangaroos just kind of go wherever in the middle, and then they don't really get messed with.
baby kangaroo is born, it's only half an inch long. It's also hairless and totally pink. Kind of looks like a gummy bear.
Huh.
What else is there in Australia? Oh, that's right, koalas. And to top that, there are 10 times more camels than koalas. Australia
Really?
is the source of a lot of the Middle East's camels. Now, in
Wow.
Western Australia, it's against the law to be in possession of more than 110 pounds of potatoes. Well,
What?
every country has its obscure, bizarre laws.
Yeah. No, we got a
The
ton here.
architect of
I
the
got no room
world
to
famous
judge.
Sydney Opera House got the idea of this unique construction while munching on an orange. If you combine all the sails of the building's roof,
Interesting.
you'll get a perfect sphere. The most ancient fossils in the world were found in Australia. They were no less than 3.4 billion years old, even older than my leftovers in the fridge. There are so
Okay,
many different
roasted.
species in this
Yourself?
country that only 25% of them have been discovered so far.
What?
Of the animals discovered to be native to Australia, none have hooves. Burger King miraculously turns into Hungry Jack's as soon as you land in Australia. It's the Aussie franchise of the famous fast food chain. Australia
I'm still caught up on the only 25% of animal species being discovered. That's absolutely insane to me.
is a unique continent that doesn't house any active volcanoes. It's also the flattest continent on our planet. But it's got plenty of mountains, and one of them is called Mount Disappointment. It's just 2,600 feet tall, and naturally, explorers William Hovell and Hamilton Hume expected to see a great view from the top. However, after climbing the mountain, they discovered that there were too many trees growing on top and blocking the view completely.
Wow.
Guess how the men felt?
Disappointed.
Australia has tons of unique flora and fauna species that you won't find anywhere else in the world. Among those are a staggering 1,500 spider species. Species, yeah. On the bright side, and we are, well, some of them are fatally
Yo, this dude's so, I don't know, his narration is so like wacky. I love it.
poisonous. Most are completely harmless. But how do I tell them apart? Oh, the poisonous ones wear signs. Got it. It's also where you'll find 21 of the world's top 25 most venomous snakes. More than 90% of Australia is covered with some kind of vegetation. Since 1988, Australia has had a national floral emblem, and it's the golden wattle. When this plant blooms, it gets covered with the country's national colors, green and gold. Australia is a multinational country with more than 200 different languages and dialects spoken there. The most popular non-English languages are Mandarin, Greek, Arabic, Vietnamese, and Cantonese.
I'm so jealous. I'm moving to Australia. There's so much, I feel like there's just so much cool stuff. And like, okay, like you were saying with how many kangaroos there are, that shit would never happen in America. Did you see what happened to our main staple animal when we first got here? The fucking bison? That shit got hunted to almost extinction immediately. And your kangaroos are just vibing. They're chilling out. They're thriving right now. That's wild. I'm jealous. I feel like Australia is just like a calm place. You know? Well, I mean, obviously with what he's saying with all the animals, it's probably not calm in the sense of nature, but I feel like the people there seem just like calm natured and like peaceful, which is what I want. I'm jealous. I'm moving to Australia.
There are 19 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Australia, including 12 natural sites, 3 cultural sites, and 4 mixed sites. The difference between Australia's total length and its width is only 200 miles.
Wow.
Hey, do you have an 8-hour working day? You can thank Australian stonemasons for that. In 1865, they demanded to make 8-hour shifts the standard, and it spread throughout the world from there.
Yeah,
With
a
8
third
people
of the
per
day.
square mile, Australia has an extremely low population density. For comparison, there are about 93 people per square mile in the U.S. The national Australian airline, Qantas, uses recycled cooking oil to power its interstate flights. So, have I missed any cool facts about Australia? Let me know down in the comment.
Yeah, let me know too if there's anything that you wanna shout out that he didn't get to. God, Australia has so much cool stuff. I want to go there. Okay, I definitely need to visit Australia now, if not move there on a whim, because that was dope. There's a lot of stuff I'm interested about there now. So I'm gonna be checking the comments hard on this one. So let me know what you know about Australia. Guide me, and I'll be responding down there. So hit me up there. I'll see y'all in the next one. Love you. Peace out. Vibes never die.
All we got is a bag in the backseat. And it's love we share, not shabby at all. But the fact is we moving too fast, but the thought passed me when